And we still continue to hear you. And we still continue to hear the Adams. And I predict that I will probably hear it for the rest of the time I sit up here, and I will probably continue to hear it every time I might happen to, well, I don't think I'll watch too many meetings because I'll want to take a break. But I tend to think that I'm going to see it and it's going to be in the paper. I'll be reading about it 15 years from now, that at a council meeting in 2023, you guys are back here talking about some violation. It's going to go on, it's going to go on, it's going to go on. And we're going to have to deal with it every time it goes on. It may not be the way you want us to deal with it, and I'm certain that it's not. You'd rather us just shut the whole thing down and not have any kind of, not hear these complaints. I'm sure the Adams would rather have us shut you down and not have them have anything to complain about. Neither one of you is really going to get what you want out of this council through this process. It's going to be a continual drama for Londonderry. I think the only way we'll quit hearing about it is when some of us retire and go to, you know, Las Vegas or something. I don't know.
Kathy?
I'd like to just, for informational purposes, for our future, how the process would work if it was something like to reopen, because we do have other junkyards and you never know what's going to happen. But I also am, I mean, we bent over backwards, Ed, to try to help you out with getting this, and you know I'm a big defender of you up here, but we bent over backwards and asked you to come in and give us what you thought you could work with. And at that time, you didn't tell us 7 o'clock, you said 8 o'clock. And then, you know, I understand you're under a microscope, but it's kind of like, and I drive by quite a bit, so I just drove by on Monday of this week, and I didn't see any cars the same day your picture is. I drove by Sunday night, I didn't see any cars. I drive by there every single time I am up there because I want to see what's really happening up there. And yes, I know you're trying to make it a better place, and I know it's your livelihood, but it's kind of like you should have told us that you needed one day a month at 7 o'clock rather putting yourself in this position of getting a violation. And, you know, I understand that businesses, most businesses in town open up at 7 o'clock. I've been shocked by a leaf blower starting at 7 o'clock at my neighbor's house with the landscaping crew parked with their cars running at 6:45 a.m. I have been shocked by tree cutting people coming in and starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I know businesses start at 7 o'clock, and I know we don't have any other restrictions on any of the business, other junkyards, but you said you were going to conform to these hours that we heard.
I said I would run my business from 8 to 5, and I do. I'm not open for business at 7 o'clock. Customers aren't coming in at 7 o'clock. I'm there by myself. And once a month, I have one man show up with one pickup truck, and I'd rather not discuss what it's about, and that's it. And the noise that he's talking about, I can't even comprehend he could even hear it at his house. I don't even understand how he could even hear it.
So I'm going to have to say that I'm not comfortable with opening up the process unless we open up the entire process again and we start from square one. But I don't understand, if it's one vendor once a month, you can't work something out for the remaining 10 months of this until the next hearing happens? I mean, if this vendor is that important to you, you can't figure out how to work something out that he shows up at 8 o'clock versus 7 o'clock.
It's something that I sell to him once a month. It's very valuable. It's stolen all the time. My place has been broken into so many times. I had to secure it with all kinds of fortresses so it doesn't get broken into. And I'd rather not do it during the day when customers are walking in and out of the place and seeing what I'm doing. And that's why I do it then. But I don't like to discuss that on TV.
But with your new facility, will you have an ability to lock it up and then he can come at 8 o'clock and get them?
Well, we might be able to hide it behind it, but I wouldn't even put them inside the new building because it's just, if they can break a door down just as easy. Right now I have it set up in a...
Well, for 8 months, you can't rent a storage just for this one issue?
No,
you know, I'm just saying.
There's an easy solution. There's an easy solution. You have the guy come.
I can't.
There's an easy solution, Kathy.
Why does this man have to harass me?
No,
I
wait a
I
minute.
mean,
agree
really,
with-
it's
but-
like, how does he
but
even
Ed, I'm
notice
not-
it on there? It doesn't even make any noise.
What I'm
Okay,
saying is,
okay,
it's a
hold it,
whole
hold it.
process
Hold it,
to
hold it,
reopen
hold it, thank you, hold it. It's very simple. You're supposed to open at 8 o'clock, you open at 8 o'clock. You tell the gentleman to come at 8 o'clock, close the gates and don't let anybody else in until he finishes what you're doing. Then he leaves, okay? Simple. That's the solution for you until March, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
You agreed to the hours, and we start letting this go and say, okay, Ed, once a month, you can start at 7 o'clock to let this guy in,
I
all
am
right?
not open for business. I agreed not to be open for business till 8 o'clock. I'm not open for business. That's what I agreed to. If you change the wording in it a little bit, okay, you did that. I didn't catch it. Shame on me. But I agreed to be there from 8 to 5 for business, open for business, for customers to come in. I am not open for business at 7 o'clock.
If you let that guy in at 7 o'clock, it's part of your business.
Whatever. Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Thanks.
Yes.
2 points. One is, we need to look at, the next time we go through this round of an agreement, specifying the difference between operations versus business. Like my company, for example, is open from 9 to 5 taking phone calls. We're open for business. People start showing up at 4:30 in the morning to, start moving stuff around the warehouse.
Yep.
So there's a difference there. We're not taking phone calls from customers and selling stuff, but we are operating. And along those lines, my second point is I have no problem with Mr. Dudek going there at 2 o'clock in the morning and doing paperwork in his office quietly.
I don't either.
So I just want to make that point as well.
No, but the thing is, to take this to the furthest, we start trying to make or clarifying things that we had here now.
That's why I said the next round of,
We need to open it up.
March.
We
I'm
need
not
to open
willing
it
to
up
set a
again.
precedence by taking these things
Exactly.
out of cycle as
Exactly.
we go through the year. Next thing you know, we're gonna be taking all kinds of other things, whether
So
it's
I'm-
junkyards or,
Right.
beauticians or
So we're
whatever. I
not
don't-
saying absolutely no right now. We want to hear what the process is and what we need to do, please. Okay, would you come back to us, and then we'll inform Mr. Dudek what the
next
process is and whether we're going to go forward with
let's
it
make
or
sure we
not.
clarify that for the next
Yes,
one.
please. Before you come out, Mr. Adams, did you, any of that information that you want to submit to our secretary, would be glad to take, so that anybody who wants to look at it can look at it.
Ends up in the minutes.
Richard Polinsky, Hall Road. I can save you a little bit of money on the stuff you're talking